Hey YouTube, this is Allie from For the Love of Homesteading, and today we are starting our project of converting my old massive dog kennel into a bunny duplex. I am starting from these basic plans that I have drawn up. What I'm going to be doing is taking this huge kennel that I bought a few years ago and have just kept because kennels are kind of expensive, that I've just kept, and now I'm going to be updating it so that it is a space for the bunnies. It's about 36 inches high and probably like 50 inches long. I measured it. 41 inches on the interior, so it's a little bit bigger than that on the outside. So it's huge. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking it and splitting it into two separate bunny hutches. So this is my plan that I'm working from. I'll post a completed plan once I work through all the kinks in here. Alright, it is 4 o'clock and I am dripping sweat, which I'm sure you are so happy to know, but I am going inside to take a break because it's too hot. So let me show you where I got so far. So I have the separation panel to make it the duplex, and I just have that zip tied on all the sides, and then it was a little bit short, so I added a second little row here at the bottom. Then on the bottom I have the mesh that the droppings are going to drop through with a little 1x2 support bar here in the middle. And what's nice about this, since it was a dog kennel, it has this tray that can come out where I'll be able to collect all the droppings so that I don't have to go in and scoop anything out. So I still need to go through and trim all of these zip ties. I'm guessing I've used like 20 already. I wish I would have gotten some shorter ones for like little things, you know, just like that. I didn't need a 8-inch zip tie for that. But some of them I still need to tighten and go through, but like I said, it is just way too hot right now. Because I only have a handsaw, cuts are selective because it takes a while. So what I've decided to do was, originally I was going to build a box type thing, more like a table, and then have the screen staple gun down to the top. But as I was messing around, I realized that the 1x2s fit perfectly in these existing wires from the kennel. So what I did was I just slid it in there, got it where I wanted it to be, and twisted. And it's way more sturdy than any box I would have built. So I'm super happy about that, because that means that I have to do a lot less cutting. So this is the other side from where I just was, and this one I've already got my platform on, and I have it secured in the back on the divider wall with zip ties and then stapled down to the front. And I overlapped the edge to prevent any bunny injuries so that it's a nice smooth edge for them so they can sit all the way out here. The last thing I have to build on this side is my ramp. So that's going to be made out of a piece of fence post. Alright, Tommy, it's time to see your new home. Here's the grand tour. Alright, so you have your ground floor. This is going to be your living and dining area. Have your bedroom back here. And then a beautiful ramp to the second floor with your balcony. The duplex on the other side is the exact same floor plan, so you don't have to be jealous. Alright, tell me what you think, Tom. Maisie, will you let him explore in peace, please? What do you think, Tom? I might have to move his hay. Might be in the way of his stairs. Alright, repositioned hay. Let's see if he finds his way to the loft. Tommy right now is in the front half, and the back half is unused. The back half is going to be for our first litter after they're weaned from Miss Ginny, so that they have their own separate space and Ginny can recoup before her next litter. So this is Tommy's bachelor pad. Oh, he loves his alfalfa. That's his favorite. So after I did the dividing wall in the middle, I did this floorboard. And what I did was I put a 1x2 support down the entire length of it, and then zip tied to the edges. I used 5-inch wide fence posts because I didn't want something as thick as a 2x6. So fence post is about 1 inch, and then this one was about 5 inches. So I just sanded that down because it had some rough edges on it. Nailed that to the supporting, screwed that to the supporting beam across, and then gave it a little support bar over here, again wedged into the frame so that I didn't have to do any hardware. I sanded at a 45 so that I had something a little bit more solid to screw into, and screwed the ramp straight into the board. What you think, Tom? Well, he definitely approves of the bedroom. He's trying to figure out how to get to the rest of that alfalfa. So one thing that I wasn't sure about is I wasn't sure if he needed little lateral boards across the ramp, if it was going to be too slippery. So that's definitely something I can go back and add if I see that he can't get up his little ramp. But I tried to make it flat enough so that I thought he could, but we shall see. I have some alfalfa and some food up here to try to entice him up the ramp. Here is the grand tour of Tommy's final bachelor pad. I did go through and add these steps on his ramp. And if you'll notice from the first design I had, I actually changed the direction of the ramp. I originally had it coming down this way, but it was way too steep, and I needed to cover a gap in the chicken wire, which is now underneath this fence post. So I ended up turning it this direction, and it's worked a lot better. Now he spends most of his time up there. He's been in here for about a day, and he's getting a little bit more used to it. We are having some bowl spilling issues, so I got him some bowls that are going to attach to the walls instead of our typical Texan salsa bowl, because he has still not discovered the watering. So we'll get that figured out. Tommy's a baby. We'll get it, Tommy. But so far it's been working great. We just cleaned it out for the first time this morning, put it straight in our yard, which was wonderful. And like I said, he's really been enjoying the loft space. I'm actually kind of surprised he's down on the bottom. He's been spending a lot of time up here at the top. And the last thing that I wanted to mention was that I did put a cover on the top of it made out of drop cloth. I just zip tied it and cut it to fit, and it is wonderful in the shade. It keeps him nice and cool. So overall, I'm really happy with how the design came out. It's going to work really nicely for us. I would definitely not recommend that you go out and buy a kennel to do that, because that would be very impractical. But I do follow a phrase. I know Justin Rhodes says this a lot, but use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. And Trevor and I follow something really similar. We've only changed one phrase: use it up, wear it out, buy it used or do without. So we make do with what we can, and since the dogs didn't need this kennel anymore, we wanted to make sure that we weren't just tossing it out. We wanted to reuse it, and Tommy definitely needed the space, And when Ginny's first kids are born, we're definitely going to need a space for them as well. So this is going to work out perfectly for us. So all the materials that I used, I will post in the bottom so that you can see how I did this in case you're doing a similar project. But honestly, a lot of this was scrap that we had lying around. So if you can tell, these are molding, and because I'm working with a saw, they're a little bit rough around the edges.